Recently, the Minecraft 1.19 The Wild update was revealed at Minecon Live 2021, where we learned everything on the details of all the new additions coming in the update from the teaser. In this video, I'll be going over all of the key features of the first major Minecraft update of 2022, coming after the Caves and Cliffs Part 2. The release date is currently set for 2022, although it's not certain the exact date just yet. Speculations would be perhaps too soon to determine because all we know is the Caves and Cliffs Part 2 update saw a major delay due to the larger-than-life concepts that Mojang are bringing to life in it. The first huge feature is with a brand new Warden mob, as well as the Deep Dark dimension to the world, which was previously set for release in Caves and Cliffs Part 2, although it seems Mojang really want to take their time to make this one right. As the Deep Dark expanded and the project grew in scope, it seems it'll take that much longer. This new underground biome is vast as a new addition to the world, which will be an extension below the underground. This isn't just another cave type, but more of a deep underground network that we now know will contain some really impressive looking ruined underground cities which are overgrown with sculk blocks, making for awesome dungeon crawling in Minecraft Vanilla. The centre of these structures is said to have something at the middle that houses some special secrets or perhaps some kind of sought after loot. With the Skulk Catalyst block, we got a nice insight into just how the sculk growth will spread across the ground, mainly on blocks nearby a mob's death, although destroying these blocks will grant player experience. The Shulk Screaker blocks underground emit screeches when activated and make an area darker around them, making them extremely dangerous in attracting the blind Warden mobs, something the player should avoid at all costs. The Wardens are very dangerous and utilise sound via something similar to echolocation with bats, with the Shrieker block making the Warden's steps like something out of a horror movie. It also seems they can tunnel out of the ground through sculk blocks, which makes them look super scary to face. Wardens are something you must stay away from by creating distance, as they're not something you want to fight. Sneaking past them is best. The next mob is from the Minecon mob vote, the cute little Allay, which took first place in the community poll vote. This little blue guy appears to be some kind of fairy or pixie-like mob in its appearance. It flies across the world, collecting items for the player and giving them back. If the player throws an item, it will hunt for that specific object across the world and then bring it back in a nice healthy stack. If there is a note block nearby, the Allay will drop the item nearby and even do a little dance, which is a sweet little Easter egg. Although useful, Allays are limited in terms of what they can do. For an example, they can't mine blocks around them, so they're not going to go mining for ores for you. Next up are two brand new mob additions to bless the swamp biome, namely the new frogs and fireflies. Lakes and ponds and swamps are a little less than impressive in Minecraft, although with these new changes they will be spiced up a bit. Frogs come in three different types: default, snowy and tropical, and then they can make their classic ribbit sound, which when they do this, their mouth pulses in a sweet simple looking animation. You can obtain the different kinds by capturing the new tadpole mobs, which are also added to the game, which will eventually grow into the frogs, mobs that can be caught across the different biomes with a bucket. These frogs grow into larger mobs with varied abilities and colour sets. They will jump on both lily pads and big drip leaves, which looks super cool. Each type is also said to have some kind of unique use for players. Fireflies are tiny new mobs that fly across the world, glowing in the dark and making swamps look super beautiful and a tad eerie at night time, offering food to the new frogs and just looking cool in general. If swamp additions weren't enough for you, Mangrove Swamps are new biomes for some of the new mobs to populate too. This has been a biome in many mods for a long time now, although Mojang are bringing their own touch to it and adding it to vanilla. These swamp biomes are covered in mangrove trees, new tree types that can grow on land or in water, and they grow to a very tall height with very large deep roots. These trees have fruit form blocks that spawn on top of them with decorative roots that can be collected. Of course, cutting these trees down will offer new wood types, which is the Mangrove Wood, which has a more reddish appearance to it in comparison to other wood blocks. This offers some new opportunities for huts and cabins to be built in a different style, and obviously offers all the same blocks for crafting as all the other woods do. Mangrove swamps are filled with mud. These mud blocks can be obtained by mixing your water with dirt blocks, which is a natural occurrence in the particular biome. These blocks will let you create new clay blocks with a dripstone block that's made by placing them on top of it, letting water run out of the mud through the dripstone and thus turning the mud to clay. Mud can also be alternatively crafted into mud bricks to make a more pleasant looking and slightly professional base with limited resources. For other world generations, some of the current biomes are receiving a facelift of sorts, with many overworld biomes like Birch Forest for an example, which is already confirmed, being made more diverse, unique and bringing more immersion to them, although we'll have to wait to see all these features because they're not all revealed revealed just yet. For transportation without having to leave your items behind, look to the new boat chest feature, which is another one which is added from the popular boat chest mod being brought to life in the game. It's really nice to see Mojang get inspiration from mods and then be brought to vanilla. Instead of bringing a few items with you, this new feature will ease your trips back and forth to your base a little by letting you have a chest on your boats that can be loaded with all your loot and gear to transport. With bigger inventory sizes for moving loot, you can now take more than just a set of tools and weapons, and it makes moving a collection of goods to a new base all the more easier. There's also a bunch of unconfirmed features coming in the Wild update, although not all of these have been verified, so I'm going to have to make a completely separate video to showcase these, so make sure to like the video and subscribe with notifications on to see those hidden potential features in the next few days. Most of these features are spotted by keen eye users who watch the reveals and the trailer videos and saw little features from the concept art of some of the new biomes and found some pretty interesting hidden things which weren't revealed yet, which are still unconfirmed but could be potentially added to the game. YouTube says 97% of you are not subscribed, so if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications and slap the like button for more Minecraft mod videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.